Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I'm a pharmacist and I own 52 units of real estate. So today I want to talk about why I think the US is heading towards hyperinflation again and how that's going to affect the real estate market. So as we saw during COVID, so this was during 2020 and I would say probably 2022 or 2023, the US basically cut interest rates significantly, right? So we saw interest rates below 3% for primary residences. And what did that do to the real estate market? It basically created this huge appreciation if you owned real estate, right? Because interest rates were lower, people were overbidding for properties by $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 just because they can afford the payment because of the lower interest rate. So why would the government want to do that? The government wants to do that because if you overbid on a property, so if it lists for $1 million, and let's just say at $1 million, 5% interest, that's what you can afford. But now if interest rates, let's say 3%, you can now afford, let's say, a $1.3 million house. Well, how does the government benefit? Well, you pay more property tax, right? Because if your property tax is 1% on $1 million, that's $10K versus 1.3 million, that's 13K. So that's how they benefit, right? And then homeowners are happy because their values go up, right? So if you're like a big investor where you own a bunch of single family homes, or maybe you're an institutional investor where you own private equity and they own a portfolio of single family homes, what does that do? That boosts up the value of all of their single family homes and increases their returns, right? So kind of geared towards hyperinflation in that way. And then what happens after that? When housing prices go up, the cost of living, the consumer, I think, pricing index goes up, right? So how much does it cost to buy eggs, to buy bread, to buy milk, to buy basic necessities? It's going to go up. What does it do after that? Your income goes up, right? And when your income goes up, your taxes will go up, right? Because you're in a higher tax bracket, you get taxed more, the government gets more money. If your real estate goes up in value, right? And then you refinance or you sell your real estate, they get more money in property tax because you're buying at a higher price by overbidding. Same thing in multifamily. For multifamily, your property tax is constantly getting reassessed more frequently in multifamily versus single family. So when it gets reassessed because of hyperinflation, it's going to go up, collect more property tax, right? So and as a result, things cost more, you make more, but overall your dollar doesn't go as far, right? So like today, if I'm making, $200,000 today, it's not as much today versus like maybe if I made $200,000, back in 2014, right? Because of inflation, because, things went up in price. And another thing too is, so with lower interest rates, remember, if interest rates are lower, people start overbidding for property so they afford more. So if properties are overbidded, if your neighbor's house sells for more money because of overbidding, the value of your house went up, right? For multifamily, well, what happens when interest rates are low? It makes it easier to buy multifamily. Take it back. If interest rates are low and people are overbidding for properties, and now people can't afford property because of overbidding, what people have to rent. And if you have more tenants who are renting, that increases rental demand. So if you're in a market where there's rental demand, they can now raise the rents. What happens when you raise the rents on multifamily? You're increasing your net operating income. And then if you increase your net operating income, assuming the cap rate stays the same, your value is going up too. So then multifamily is going up now. And if multifamily goes up, your property taxes will go up. And you'll pay more taxes, the government gets more money. So I kind of feel like America, which is based on capitalism, is geared towards hyperinflation, right? They want housing prices to go up. They want rents to go up. They want your wages to go up. They want the cost of everything to go up, right? Like I remember back in the day, like you could, $5 footlong or, the dollar menu at McDonald's. Now it's like the value menu where things are like $2. So yes, you make more, but if everything costs more, it's all the same. Right? But then the asset values are up, real estate, single family's up, multifamily's up, institutional is up. So, either way, really the only people that benefit are those that own assets. So that's why I'm a really huge proponent of try to accumulate assets, right? If you can only afford one single family home every like 3 years, well, do that, because housing prices are always going to go up. Because like I said, this government is built on hyperinflation. Like, they want interest rates to be low so that everything goes up. So multifamily goes up because of increased rents. Single family will go up because of overbidding. Property taxes will go up so the government gets more money, right? So, and if you look at it, whether you're Republican or Democrat, like, both parties, they're typically in the 1% anyways. And what do the 1% do? They own assets, right? So it's beneficial to them, right? If the economy, if there's a lot of money going to the economy, the S&P 500 will go up. So everything just goes up. And the only people that benefit are those who own assets, right? And don't own liabilities. So, if you know that's the game, you just have to play the game to the best that you can, right? So whatever scale you can do, buy some broad index funds, buy some real estate if you can, right? If you can't afford it in your market in California, then buy in Huntsville, Alabama, where it's cheaper, right? Buy it in the Midwest where you can afford it. But the key is you want to slowly accumulate assets and be consistent with accumulating assets, because it's only going to go up over time as hyperinflation goes, like as we saw during COVID. And I feel like it's going to happen again. Like, once interest rates drop, housing prices will go up again. When housing prices go up, people can't afford to buy a house. There will be more renters. Rental rates will go up, and then multifamily values will go up. It's all a trickle effect, right? So, a lot of people who support politicians, whether you're Republican or Democrat, whatever that looks like, typically they're the wealthy people that own assets, right? So you just have to see how the money flows and understand the game, right? And like I said, I'm not trying to be a huge institutional worth $100 million. No, I just want to be worth enough where I could, make work optional and have a decent retirement and work on my own time and schedule. That's really it for me. That I would consider that successful, and I'm almost there, right? And I did this all working full time in 11 years. So you just have to be consistent in accumulating assets, because knowing that our government's geared towards hyperinflation, if that's the case, everything's gonna go up. Your wage will go up, but your rent will go up, your cost of goods will go up, your home prices will go up. So, it's crazy. Like, back in 1990 when I was born, you can buy a house for $100,000. 34 years later, now same house is selling for $2 million, right? It's because of hyperinflation, and it's geared towards that. I feel like the U.S. economy is geared towards that, for better or for worse, right? So just know how to play the game and play the game to win. And once you feel like you want enough, then it's okay to step back, right? So anyways, hopefully this gives you some insight as to how, real estate is affected by hyperinflation, and how, lowering interest rates stimulates hyperinflation, and how that affects the value of single family, how that increases rent, which will affect the value of multifamily. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any comments. Love to hear them. If you're interested in buying your first multifamily deal with some guidance, check out my mentorship program in the link down below. Otherwise, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with someone else. Thank you so much.